Hello. This is one part of the Higher Digital Literacy series made in partnership with the St. Paul Neighborhood Network. In this video, we'll be giving you an introduction to creating and using your Gmail account. Feel free to follow along on your own Gmail account, pause the video, or rewind if you need to. So this is the Gmail welcome page. Gmail is Google's free email service. Your Gmail account allows you to send and receive emails, block spam emails, create an address book, and use other basic email features from any device with an internet connection. That means your cell phone, your tablet, your PC, and so on. Your Gmail account also gives you free access to Google Drive cloud storage and G Suite applications like Docs and Sheets. We'll talk more about Google Drive and G Suite in a separate video. To get started with Gmail, we're going to go to gmail.com in our web browser. Now, you'll either get this page, and at the top you'll see Create an Account. If this is your first time using Gmail, you're going to click that button, which will open up this page. If you've used Gmail before, you might get a login page, and then you'll simply put in your information and log in. To create an account, first put in your first and last name. For your username, you want to think of a professional and unique email address. A simple format is some combination of your first and last name or initials. You might need to try a couple of different options in case someone is already using that name. For example, I might just want to type in my first and last name, but this name is already taken. In that case, it's common to add a 2-digit number to the end of your email address if the name you want is not available. You can also add in a period or just try a different combination. So once that's in, type in a strong password to protect your account and then confirm it by typing it again in the second box. A strong password will be over 8 characters long and include letters, numbers, and even symbols. Make sure this is a password you can memorize and won't forget. Next, Google will ask for a cell phone number or recovery email address. These are optional. In case you forget your password, Gmail will use this information to make sure that it's you trying to log in so you can get back into your account. It's up to you if you want to complete this step. Next, you'll be asked for your birth date. This information won't be visible to others and is just Google making sure you're old enough to use the website. Giving your gender identity is optional. After this, you'll be asked to agree to Gmail's terms and services. Finally, you'll be able to access your Gmail account. Now you've finished making your account, and this is where Google will walk you through a couple of steps and introduce you to the features of your account. I will also take you through some of those basics right now. Taking a look around, this first page is your inbox. This is where you'll see all the emails you receive. There are 2 ways to tell that you have new emails to read. The number next to the inbox on the left will tell you how many unread emails you have. You can also tell just by looking at your inbox page where new, unopened emails will appear in bold. Once you've opened them, they will still be in your inbox, but they will no longer be bolded and the number will go down. Over here on the left is how you can navigate through your account. Right now, the inbox page is highlighted in red because that's where we are. Below that, you'll see other categories, and if you click on the More button, we can see the rest of them. One of the important sections here is Starred. This is where you can put messages that are very important or that you want to have easy access to. This will be helpful when you have a lot more emails. To star emails, you'll stay in your inbox and press the little star beside the sender. On the left, you'll see the Starred Messages section, which is where they'll be. They will still be in your main inbox, but this is just a way to keep certain emails together or in a place where you can find them easily. And of course, another way to find emails is just to type keywords or names into the search bar up top. You'll find the search bar right up here in the middle of the page. Another important section on the left is Sent. This is where you'll find all of the emails that you send to other people. Below that, Drafts are for when you start writing an email to someone, but you don't want to send it quite yet. So those are some of the sections to keep in mind, and we'll talk about some of the others later in this video. Above that section is a big white button that says Compose. This is what you'll click on when you're ready to write a new email. Beside the search bar is a square that will allow you to access all of the other Google apps that come with your account. We'll talk about all those apps in detail in a separate video in this series, so check that out if you want to go over using some of those. You will also see a gear icon, and this is where you'll find your account settings. Near that will be your profile icon. At this point, your profile icon will probably be the first letter of your first name. This is the default. To change that, click on the profile button in the top right corner, and then click on the little camera icon above your name. If you have a picture of yourself that you'd like to upload as your profile, you can either drag it from your desktop or click Select a Photo from your computer and upload it like that. When you upload the picture, you'll have the option to crop it. You can also flip the picture if it's turned the wrong way. And when you're happy with how it looks, click Set as Profile Picture. Keep in mind that this picture will be public for anyone you send an email to and anyone that has your email address. To log out of Gmail, click on the circle at the top right of this page. It will be your profile pic, the first letter of your name, or whatever icon you used for your account. This window will appear and you will click on Sign Out. This is an important step to remember if you are not using your own personal computer. If this is a borrowed device or a work device used by multiple people and you want to keep your emails private, remember to sign out when you're done checking your email. To log back in, again, we want to open a web browser and type in gmail.com. You can do this from any device with an internet connection. Enter your username and your password, and then you'll be back into your Gmail account on this inbox page. To send an email, click the Compose button in the upper left corner of the screen, right above those sections I pointed out earlier. This new message window will come up. The first line will say to, and this is where you type the email address you want to send your message to. If you want to send a message to more than one person, type that first email address, put a comma, and then start writing the second email address. You'll also see two options to the right of this line, CC and BCC. Use CC if you want to send one email to multiple people. This is copying a person on an email, which means including someone who's not the direct recipient. People in the CC field will get the email, but will know that they are not the main person it was sent to. Using BCC, or blind copy, means the person will get the email, but other recipients won't know that the other person also got the message. Here's a quick tip for that. If you're sending an email to a large group of people who don't know each other, put your email address in the to field and everyone else's email address in the BCC field. This means that those people can keep their email addresses private because the other people included won't see their names. They'll only see your email address. Everyone will be able to reply directly to you, and you're the only person who will see their responses. The second line, the subject line, is where you put the title of your email. For example, an email to a friend about a brownie recipe might just say brownie recipe in the subject line. A thank you email might just say thank you in the subject line. Under this is where you type your email message. It's polite to treat this like a regular letter. Start with a greeting and the recipient's name, and then follow with complete sentences to communicate your message. End with a closing and your name. Don't forget to proofread your email when you're done writing it, checking for any spelling mistakes, and making sure your message is clear. When you're done, you can click the blue Send button to get the message to them immediately. You can also click the little white arrow beside it to schedule when you want the email sent. Click Schedule Send and then pick your day and time. If you need more time to write the email message or you just aren't ready to send it yet, you can click the X button in the top right corner of this little window and it will disappear from your main page. To find it again, just go to Drafts in the left column because this is where all your unfinished emails will live. If you want to make this a little bigger, you can click the arrows right up here in the middle. If you'd like to shrink it down again, click the middle button again. That first button, the single line, will shrink it all the way down so you can see your inbox again. If you press the X, the email will no longer be on your main page, and if you want to find it again, head over to Drafts. So you've received your first email in your inbox. Here you have a couple of different ways to respond. When you open up the email, it will look like this. The title will be at the top. Below that, you'll see the sender of the email. It will show that the message was sent to you, and if you click the little triangle icon, you can see more info, including the email address of the person who sent the message. On the right side of the screen, the star icon is here in case this is important and you want to star the message for later. Below that is a little arrow icon, and this is how you reply to the email with a message. If you click the three dots beside that, you'll open up some other options. One of these is forward, which is how you can send a copy of this message to someone else. If you don't recognize the sender or the company and you think it might be a scam, you can report the email as spam or block this email address so you don't get any more emails from this person. But if you do want to reply, click the arrow icon and you'll be taken to a little window at the bottom of that page. This is where you'll write a message in response. If you're not the only person who got this email, you'll see Reply All as an option here. This is if you want to reply to everyone who got the message, but if it's not important that everyone else see your response, then simply reply to the sender. Just like before, type your message in the main body here. You might have noticed earlier that when you open a new message window, you have a toolbar down at the bottom beside the send button. So we're going to go over some of those now. Remember that if you forget what any of the icons are for, you can hover your mouse over them without clicking, and a little text box will tell you what that button does. First is the Format tool. If you click on this underlined A, you'll get some more options. Most of the tools for modifying text will be familiar from Word or Google Docs. First, the Undo and Redo buttons. So if I'm typing up here and I made a mistake or delete something by accident, I can click Undo to undo that action, or Redo if I want to change my mind and have that action be done again. Beside that are some of the font options for if I want to change the font that I'm writing in. You can either do this before you start typing, or highlight the message you've written to change the font. The icon beside that will change the size of your font. Similarly, you can do this beforehand or highlight and apply the change after. You also have the option to bold, italicize, underline, and change the color of your words. That is both the text and the highlight color. You can also change the alignment of your words, moving them from left to right to center. You can write using numbered lines or use bullet points, and beside that, you can indent. The last icon here gives you some extra options, such as strike through, indent more, and quoted text format. If you click that underlined A again, you can hide the extra toolbar with your formatting options. Next is a little paperclip icon, which is for attaching files to your email. We'll go through that in the next section. After that is a chain icon used to insert a link if you want to direct someone to a web page, a video, or something else on the internet. To insert a hyperlink, copy the web address from your browser by highlighting the web address and holding Ctrl+C at the same time. You can also right-click and you should get the option to copy. Then come back to your email, highlight the text you want to become the link, and click the chain icon. Then paste the link into the blue box by holding Ctrl and V, or right-clicking and choosing Paste. Click OK when you're finished. Next is a button for inserting emojis. After that is a trash can for if you want to delete the message you've been typing. Simply click the trash can on the far right and the message will be deleted. Note that Gmail automatically saves emails as you go. If you are suddenly logged out of Gmail or your battery runs out in the middle of typing, the email will go straight to your drafts folder. So now we can talk about this paperclip icon and all of your options for attaching files. So emails are an easy way to send and receive files. A file sent via email is called an attachment, When it comes to actually attaching the file, you have three options. You can attach files from your computer by selecting them in a file browser. You can drag and drop files into the body of the email, or you can attach files and share links to files through Google Drive. In Gmail, the total size of attachments cannot exceed 25 megabytes unless you do it through Google Drive. So I'm going to go through the steps for each of those options. Option 1, attaching with a file browser. First, open a new email message in your primary inbox. Click the paperclip icon at the bottom of the window. This Finder window will open on a Mac, or if you're on a Windows computer, it will be File Explorer, but it works the same way. All you have to do is find the file you want to attach and click Open. Option 2, click and drag. So again, open a new email message in your primary inbox. Click on a file on your desktop or in your File Explorer window, then drag it into the body of the email. A box with drop files here written in it will appear in the email body, and a small green plus sign will appear near the file you are dragging. Let go of the mouse button while the file and cursor are in the email body, and now the file should be pasted into your email body. Option 3, sharing with Google Drive. Open a new email message in your primary inbox, click the Google Drive icon, and a window will pop up showing the contents of your Google Drive. Click the file you want to share and then choose Attach File or Share Link. If you attach the file, an actual file will be sent. If you click Share the link, a link to the file in your Google Drive will be sent. I also want to talk about opening attachments from others. First, it's important to remember not to open attachments or click links in emails from senders that you do not trust and do not recognize. Dangerous links and attachments are a way for people to take control of your accounts or introduce malware and viruses to your computer. So only follow these steps if the email and attachment came from a source you can trust. In your inbox, an email with an attachment will have an icon under the subject line to show you what kind of attachment it is. Generally, a red square is for PDFs, a blue square for Word and Docs, a green square for Excel and Sheets, and a red mountain for images. Opening attachments looks like this. At the bottom of the email, you will see a thumbnail image of the attachment. Click on it for a preview. The preview will open in a separate window, and you can read or print the attachment. If you want to download the attachment to your computer, hover over the thumbnail and click the down arrow icon. Again, only do this if you trust the sender. To save the attachment into your Google Drive, hover over the thumbnail and click on the Google Drive icon. To edit the document in Google, click the pencil icon. Gmail includes 15 gigabytes of storage, which is a lot, but keeping every email that comes into your inbox is not a good way to keep track of things. So here are some helpful tips for keeping your inbox organized. If you receive an email from someone you don't know or from a business you don't remember giving your email address to, you can report the email as spam. This is you telling Gmail that this message is junk mail, and other emails from this sender can also be marked as spam in the future. To report an email as spam, check the box and then, in your toolbar, click on the stop sign icon in the upper left corner. Gmail will automatically push some emails into your spam folder if they seem suspicious. It's a good idea to occasionally check your spam folder and make sure there aren't important emails there. Be careful about clicking on any links or attachments in emails that wind up in your spam folder because Gmail saw them as suspicious for a reason. So if you don't recognize the sender, the person, or the company, don't click on the links they send you. To delete an email, check the box to the left of the email and then click the garbage can icon. You can click several emails and delete them at once. In the menu on the left, you can add labels to emails to organize them. This is similar to starring emails, where they will stay in your inbox, but can also be found in a second place just for them. This is like creating folders for different emails. Creating labels like work or personal or labels for different projects can help you keep track of specific emails. To add a label to an email, check the box on the left, and remember that you can do this for multiple emails at a time, and then click on the label icon in your toolbar. All the labels you've created will come up, and you can pick which ones you want to apply, or you can create a new one. That should be everything you need to know to get up and running with Gmail, organize your inbox, and send some emails of your own. There's a lot more to learn about Gmail that you will pick up as you get more comfortable using it. If you need more help, remember that there is a support button in the upper left-hand corner. Click on this question mark icon, go to Help, and type in your problem. Thanks so much for watching, and do check out the other videos in our digital literacy series.